Join us on a journey of faith. Subscribe now to grow spiritually every day and stay connected to what truly matters. Here we see that God forbade the people from approaching the mountain. In Exodus chapter 19 verse 12 he says, "Set boundaries for the people around the mountain and tell them, be careful that you do not approach the mountain or touch the edge of it. Whoever touches the mountain shall surely be put to death." And again, we see God saying in Exodus chapter 19 verse 22, "Even the priests who approach the Lord must consecrate themselves, or the Lord will break out against them." Then Moses asked in Exodus chapter 19 verse 23, "The people cannot come up Mount Sinai because you yourself warned us. Put limits around the mountain and set it apart as holy." Let these words remind us of the awe and reverence we are called to have in the presence of God. Stay connected, stay inspired, and keep growing in faith. At this point, some may wonder, is God contradicting himself? This question often comes up when we read passages like Deuteronomy 6 verse 16. God says, "Do not test the Lord your God as you did at Massah." Yet later in Malachi 3 verse 10, God invites us, "Bring the whole tithe into the storehouse that there may be food in my house. Test me in this, says the Lord Almighty, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there will not be room enough to store it." At first glance, these words may seem contradictory, but let's look deeper. God is the author of his word. He defines what is sin and what is not, what is judged and what is not. What he has spoken remains, and his purposes never change. Can a clay pot question the potter, "Why did you shape me like this?" This teaches us humility before our Creator. Let's anchor ourselves in the powerful promise of Jeremiah 29 verse 11. "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Everything God does, he does with purpose. When God said, "Test me in this" to Israel, he was reaching out to a people who had hardened their hearts. He invited them to obey through giving, hoping to restore their trust. This message is profound, but it can be summarized simply: we must have faith in God before we question him. If you question God before you trust him, you may miss his heart. Be blessed, and may God continue to reveal himself to you.